analyzing the swings of three people. We'll start first with John. We're going to see John stepping up to the number 9 hole tee at Countryside Golf Course. He addresses the ball. Notice how he kicks his left foot back just a shade. Cocks his head down to his right, which kind of opens up his swing a little bit more. This is a definite open stance. He'll take his swing back parallel to the ground. And you'll notice a little bit of a hook on the ball. And then he stands and poses. Let's take a look at this again in super slow motion. And I want you to notice that when he brings the club back this time, the actual club goes back parallel to the ground. And then just before he starts his downswing, there's a hitch in the swing. Again, there's the head cock. There's the foot adjustments. His grip is staying steady, though. He's not messing with his hands at this point. He's getting comfortable. Weights on the back. Here comes the takeaway. Now watch very closely right here. And there it is, right there. He almost took a loop at the top of the backswing. And he has a nice follow through toward the hole. So he could have thrown his weight a little bit more forward on his left front foot as he followed through. That would have given him increased power. Overall, John has a very, very nice, powerful swing. Now we're going to look at Anthony. Anthony is swinging at number 12 at Countryside Golf Course. Here he is in slow motion. You notice he's dancing a little bit. His feet are chattering. And then he takes an unusual posture. He actually bends over at the waist. So he actually is standing quite far away from the ball. And then he bends over to waist. His hands are very low, below his waist. But he takes the club back very high, as you saw. He follows through very nicely. Again, we'll take a look at this in super slow motion in just a moment. Does a little posing. Here it is in super slow motion. Again, I want you to watch the takeaway. You'll notice also that he did something differently than John. He's adjusting his hands. He's also choked down on the club. There's that dropping of the club. That's very unusual. But notice how high he takes it back. This is extremely high. Standing very still. Here comes the takeaway. Look how high, over his shoulders, full shoulder rotation, then back through with incredible torque and power. In fact, he had so much torque on that shot, he knocked himself off balance. You noticed a hop as he was flying through the shot. Pretty impressive swing. And now he's posing. Our next golfer that we're going to look at is Joel. Now, Joel is swinging on the 15th hole at Countryside Golf Course. This is a fairway shot with a 5-wood. Joel's playing with his lie. That is sometimes legal on fairways, as long as you don't pick it up. That's just called a rollover lie. Notice what Joel does that's different than the rest of them. He actually is standing behind the shot, getting his grip firmly set on the club. And then he'll address the ball. This is an operation that he does every time that he addresses a ball. Comfortable stance. Weight to the back. Dancing a little bit. I want you to watch his follow through. Had a nice high follow through and a nice, he followed the target, pointed towards the target, weight properly on left foot. But what you'll notice in the super slow-mo this time is that he does not take his swing back. He actually takes his backswing very quickly. He doesn't get a whole lot of power coming forward in through the shot. He doesn't explode through it very well. So he could be getting more shoulder turn, as opposed to Anthony, who has incredible shoulder turn at the top of the swing. Joel does not have that. He just kind of is more like a pendulum where he goes up and comes back. So he's not creating nearly the power and torque that Anthony or John created on their shots. However, his swing form is probably better than the other two. And his finishing high is probably better than the other two. Here comes that takeaway. Watch. Not very high. But the follow-through is nice and high and towards the hole. Obviously, that was a head-down finish. So that's a look at 3 different swings from 3 different golfers at Countryside Golf Course in Roanoke, Virginia. And you can learn more about Countryside Golf Course by going to http://savecountryside.blogspot.com. You can learn how to help save this wonderful course.